Anyway, House Intelligence Chair, Congressman Devin Nunes, shocked a lot of people yesterday when he dropped a poop bombshell about information he said he had just received. Take a look.
On numerous occasions, the intelligence community incidentally collected information about U.S. citizens involved in the Trump transition. Details about U.S. persons associated with the incoming administration, details with little or no apparent foreign intelligence value, were widely disseminated in intelligence community reporting. Third, I have confirmed that additional names of Trump transition team members were unmasked. And fourth and finally, I want to be clear, none of this surveillance was related to Russia or the investigation of Russian activities or of the Trump team.
So we're going to be talking to the top Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, Congressman Adam Schiff, about this in a little bit. But a lot of people are asking why Nunes didn't share this info with his own committee before running to the media and to the president.
Yeah, that's
what is going on here, you think?
Well, didn't he say recently, maybe yesterday or last week again, that that the president was not wiretapped, that the president, Obama did not wiretap Trump? He said that, and he's a Republican, and he's supposed to be a Trump person. So he was trying to, I think, make up for that little faux pas and get back in the good graces of Donald Trump. So he ran to Donald Trump like a little toady and goes, you know, you got something here. You can now say you're vindicated.
Yeah. The timeline here, though, is very alarming to me. You have Donald Trump coming out initially and saying that Obama tapped the phones. Then you have Trump transitioning to this wiretapping in quotes, like, oh, I'm talking about broad surveillance. I'm not talking about Obama tapping the phones. Now you have Nunes, who's a former member of Trump's transition team, coming out and providing some sort of, in his mind, validation for a broader surveillance and bringing that information not to his own committee, but directly to the guy whose former team he was a member of that transition team.
Because he's not objective, and he shouldn't be there.
But what is this information? This information does not prove what Donald Trump said initially, but it does try or attempt to prove what he said secondarily. So my question is, Nunes, you're a former member of the transition team. Are you interested in finding out if Russia compromised our election, or are you an ally still of Donald Trump and trying to prove his tweets that he initially put out?
Well, that's what Adam Schiff is saying, that he's a surrogate of the Trump campaign.
Well, maybe so, but so here's my question. Yeah. Who is this guy, and does he know anything? Does he work with Comey?
Nunes?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, because why am I going to take your word for it when the head of the FBI said, here's what the deal is?
Right.
And I know a lot of people saying, see, Donald is being vindicated. He's not vindicated. He said Barack Obama tapped my phone. Was very clear about who tapped the phone. That's what he said.
And he's a bad guy.
And it did not happen. So you can't be vindicated because what you said initially, not what you said 4 or 5 days later, what you said initially was that Obama did it. So now we know that that's not true. We also know that because there are some people living in the Trump Tower who may or may not be Russian operatives, may or may not be connected to stuff. There might be a reason people were listening in, but no one was directly tapping you. So I say what I said the other day.
And do we have time for me to say something? What's interesting is federal authorities, in order to get that FISA warrant, they have to not only demonstrate to a judge probable cause, but that a given phone line serves primarily to undermine U.S. interests.
Well,
that's how you get the warrant.
One more thing. One more thing. We have time.
No, we don't. We got him because he's coming up. That's why they're trying.
All right.
Go ahead. Do it.
One more thing. I said the other day that he's a liar, this guy, this Nunes, because they asked him if he knew Roger Stone, and he said no. Roger Stone was a political consultant in Washington since the 70s. You don't know who he is? I'm sorry, you're a liar. You're a liar.
And now we're gone.